Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Nebula here, and today I'm going to be running through a threes replay from a very big league match that I played last Sunday, which you guys are probably seeing this video on Wednesday. So, this, to give a little bit of context to this game, this is game 5 of a best of 5, so we fought tooth and nail to get here, and there's a lot of stakes on this game. We are currently in a Swiss stage at the time of this game for the third qualifier of Rocket Rivals Challenger Division, Season 4, and we are in the 2-1 round, so the winner of this series moves on to the top 8, and they will be playing in a single elim tournament to determine the Qualifier 3 champion next Saturday and Sunday over on twitch.tv/rocket_rivals. But for now, this is the Swiss Stage Round 4, 2-1 round. Me, Hykure, and Lovelands, aka Rect Recruits, versus Gyarados, 23 guy, and Phantom, also known as Ice Titans. So, this was a big match, and I just wanted to make a video going through it for the most part, and just showing you guys, my mistakes as a low GC1. And maybe inspire you guys to do your own replay analysis, or, show you guys your own issues if you guys have similar problems to me. So, if you do like this kind of video, hit the like button, please, and be sure to comment that you want to see more videos like this, and also join my Discord server in the link in the description. It should be at the top of the description, where you can ask me questions about, video gaming. Or I can direct you to somebody who's actually good at the game. But anyways, let's just move on to this replay. So, this is game 5. We played 4 games before this, and they were all pretty close matches. We fought tooth and nail to get here, but it was game 1 win for us, game 2 for them, game 3 for us, game 4 for them, so it's been back and forth the whole time. So, already starting it off, after just 10 seconds, I try to dive in for this, and then I start rotating out. I should be going a lot more wide here, in my opinion, but Hykure gets a good touch. Phantom's going to be able to get this, and I dive in. This is why being wide in this position over here, being wide would actually be a huge benefit for me, because now I would be more in front of it, and even if he puts a good shot towards the net, I can make an easy save off my own back wall. Or if I just turn really quickly here, I can get the cut, but he does get it past me, and Hykure has to make another touch. So already, we do see the big issue of my own playstyle, which I have noticed while I've been doing some replay reviews on my own time, is on my rotation back, right here, I grab this 100 boost, Phantom's right there. I should be going wide here. I should be going and positioning behind Hykure, over right by the back post position. You hear it a lot, back post, go back post, go back post. But right here, I follow this pad line and sort of cut Hykure off while he's sitting awkwardly in net. So now me and Hykure are lined up side by side, and we go for the same ball. And this could easily have been very, very bad for us, but Phantom puts it on Gyarados' car. He doesn't get a good hit out, 23 can't get there, so we get off scot-free. Touch to the back wall. I like the vision that I had there, but 23 was just positioned fairly well. And a decent 50, unfortunate demo. Okay, so right there, one thing that I really like about this is after I spawn in, because of this new update, we know where we're gonna spawn, but I turned right and I turned backwards. This is a very not so good play for me. If I turned right and just turned in, I probably would have had a lot better of a look, but it didn't really matter. Gyarados wasn't that close to me anyways, and that's why I made this play, where I wanted to hit it off the sidewall to Lovelands, who is positioned behind me, and that actually worked out. Gyarados had the fake challenge, but luckily I had read it, so that goes to Lovelands. I do like that passing play that we had right there, but after a minute, still scoreless. Right here as well from me, ball side rotation. Just typical stuff, like Your typical high C3 low GC1 will do ball side rotations like this, which really isn't good. We need to be focusing more on getting those wide rotations, as I talked about earlier, positioning more back post, and prioritizing defense over the chance at a good offense, because we always need to prioritize defense, because good defense wins championships. It doesn't matter how many shots come flying at your net. If you have good enough defense to save all of them, then eventually you will be the one to score first because your defense is better. Unfortunate touch from Love there. Just a little bit of a mechanical error. Gyarados is on his ass. But a good hit to the side. Right there. I have been working on this a lot, where I go for corner touches to try to get as much power on it as possible, but right here, I would have loved to just send it towards the back wall, or just send it on net, but I did not personally think I got a call that Haikyr was going to go for this bump here, which he did end up getting, so if I did put it on net, it would have gone in, but still. Hit off the corner there, not the greatest from me. But I tried to send it purposely as powerful as possible so that it could reach Love, but what I probably would have done instead of just slamming it to the corner, is catch it, because 23 is still getting boxed out by Haikyr, so if I'm able to catch it and get a 50, if I'm on this position right here, except I'm on the ground, the play is slowed down, and 23 ends up going full force in for a 50, which happens a lot, then 9 times out of 10, it's going to still go towards the left, and it's going to be potentially an even better setup for Love, but it's still not going to have that great of a chance of a counterattack, which is what this generates, because Lovelands was beat by Phantom here because of this touch, and he could have gotten a very big clear out and potentially a score, because Haikyr wasn't positioned all the way back yet because of the whole 23 guy debacle. So I definitely would like to prioritize control there. Try to get a force out there. Good 50. Good 50 again. Good awareness to go for this, but once again, it's just putting the ball in a spot where I shouldn't be. I do like the idea most of the time of putting the ball where nobody is, but when it comes to this play, there's nothing Phantom can do because he's driving towards his net, so if I hit it off the back wall once again, it's a very free look for Haikyr, who's positioned behind me, or Lovelands, and once again has that way better chance of not resulting in a counterattack. But right now I just need to focus on rotating back, which is a big thing. I like that cut there to try to stay up, but Haikyr was beat to that play. One thing that I also do a lot here, this is another thing with the rotation back, I should be going wide and back post, but I'm not. Fun fact, I actually don't even know where Love is because I'm ball watching right now. So a big thing that I've seen myself do, and a lot of my friends do, is ball watching. And this is a great example of ball watching. So right now, in this position, this is a terrible place for me to be, because my teammate Lovelands is positioned back here on back post. This is a good position to be in, but when he sees me coming from here, he has to push out of back post because he's expecting me to go behind him, but I don't, and I cut him off, and because I cut him off, now he's on the front post, and there's nobody covering the back post. So if that shot from 23 was like on target to the top left corner, then there's nothing that we can do about it. But we start the counterattack. Good keep in. Trying to play 50 here. Nice. Back wall. Lovelands has a shot opportunity. Good power, but not a lot of angle on it. Right there just kind of slings it at the net. Good little soft touch. Good bump on Phantom. Notice how a big thing that I do is when I have these plays right here where, you know, something happens like that where I get Goomba stomped and I'm looking at this man right here. When I'm turning back to rotate behind Haikyr, going for this bump right here just gave my team so much more time to make a play on the ball. Now they didn't really take it too much because Haikyr kind of banged it away, but luckily Lovelands was able to get past 23 anyways. But still, going for bumps like that on your way back from a first, third rotation is life-changing for your team. It's a good pass from Love, but a very unfortunate shot from Haikir, and I just kind of pass it over to Gyarados once again. It's another thing about control here. When this goes this way, I'm still pushed up very far as third man, to be fair. Like, there's no reason why in this scenario third man should be pushed up past half field. It's a two-man passing play. If it gets cleared out, it's in my net. Even with how much boost I have, because I'm still facing the play. Looking at this happen, and then Gyarados getting that touch, then one thing I can do is play the ones game. 23 is still awkward in net. He has to power slide to turn. He has no more momentum anymore, and catching this ball, or at least trying to keep it, because what I would have loved to do is to catch it, have it in front of my car, drive to the side of it, get a zigzag dribble, and flick it either to the back wall or just towards the net to force 23 to use his resources to make a save. But instead, just unfortunately diming it to Gyarados. Love with a slanger though. Big thing here that I should probably address is once again the rotation cut. So fully go here. After this play, I get this 100 boost. I should just turn left and start making my way back, because Haikir is already back, so he's waiting for someone else to leave so that he can push up, so I should be doing that, going to that first to third rotation. But when I'm on my way there, I just cut, and now Haikir has to stumble a little bit, but it's a good back pass nonetheless, so still works out in our favor. It's a good jump from me. It's good awareness from Haikir. It's a really good 50 from him as well. But I just wanted to get the beat, and I didn't really have a good angle on it anyways. But that as third man, this rotation right here is perfect. I really like this from us. This is what I want to be seeing all the time when it comes to, you know, people in this rank. This is like pure beauty. I'm staying as third man. I'm covering. I'm going to turn and be able to cover the left side. Now I like this because normally you want to stay opposite, right? I'm opposite of the play right here when I'm rotating out. I cut in a little bit too early, to be fair, but still doesn't matter too much. But because this play is going for a 50 on the left side, I am mid-turn to turn to the right, where the 50 was most likely going to go, even if it went towards my net. And because I see Lovelands start rotating out as well, when I see him start going back, then that means I can push up. And now we have that perfect first to third rotation from Love, and a good transition in a second man from me. Good force from me. 23 guy is going to be on that fairly quickly. Big bang. Good hit. So I'm first to this. Another very unfortunate touch from Gyarados, but I don't slot it home. It's again the panic. It is game 5, 0-0. We've had a long stalemate, so it is very unfortunate nonetheless, but I did flip the wrong way once again. If I just, you know, looking at this play, I did very good at getting the pads that I needed, but I used a lot of them to get to that, and I did have a shot lined up here if I just diagonal flip to the left, but I diagonal flip to the right, and it's just wide. So, just a panic thing. Again, I am creeping up a little bit too much once again. I think right here, the expectation would be for Love to turn back here. As I think after this hit right there, it's going towards the net. It's a good save. He's getting bumped a lot, but now he should be rotating out, but he kind of tries to cut off Haikir, and now they're on top of each other. And looking where I am in this scenario, I'm definitely not helping the situation by being far left in their corner, basically. So, bad third man commit from me, then end up diving in, but also unfortunate on Loveland's part for staying in there as first man. But those positioning things are the main issues with us. And once again, it's the cutoff here. Notice how this happens a decent amount of time. So, in this position, I feel like my positioning is fairly decent, where I'm facing the right side, where Gyarados is going to be trying to go to. And Haikyr has a good forcing opportunity, so there's literally a 0% chance that this ball from that angle is going to go towards me. So covering the right side is definitely helpful because Haikyr is going to be winning this 50 going to the left. And Loveland's also should be rotating out here, but he cuts in, and that's another big thing, is cutting in as first man after you miss a challenge instead of rotating back. It's a thing that all three of us do. But I do like how I stay back. Haikyr with a cut in. So in this position, I'm expecting after this 50, he knows he's beat by 23. I turn back to play the pinch. Haikyr also turns back. I turn back in because I see Haikyr going for the mid boost, but then he turns back in, and now I'm nervous to be up here right now, but I still stay, and I'm on this. Haikyr luckily backed off a decent amount, and yeah, I kind of just passed it over to Gyarados, unfortunately. But I get that mid boost and try to play the back post. I like this cut a little bit, because I like the awareness that I could maybe get to it, and I force a high touch. Because one thing here that I wouldn't like to do is let them get control, but 23 guy did go high anyways. And a good bump on Phantom. Once again, those bumps are key. It's a good touch from Haikyr. It's a really good pass here. I don't know if it's what he meant to do, but it did work out fairly well. And a really good force from Loveland's as well. But I should have flicked it early. Right here I have it on my car, and I just can't, he's just in my blind spot, and I didn't really see it well. I should have looked around the ball to see, but he early challenges it, and that's going to be an attempt for 23 to get a really good double, but I do good at positioning on the back post finally. I turn on the back post and park the train there, and I'm able to make the save. A little bit sketchy though, I definitely did push out still a little bit, but we didn't get punished for it. I was just on back post enough to make the save. Shooting opportunity for me, but 23 realizes that I missed this mid boost here, and he's now confident enough to go for the shot, and he gets a 50 off of it. Unfortunate from us, but looking like we might have a 0-0 overtime here. Once again, the third man push up, but it does work out in our favor. 23 is going for the bump here. Here I should just, you know, I should be like brake checking when I'm turning, because that's a really good way to avoid bumps. That's pretty unreadable from him. So brake check right here, and then I can keep my third man rotation going, and even position far left. But I do just waste a good amount of boost, and I'm on this just to the wall. One thing I really hate here is playing this wall. Playing this wall is almost never good at this level, because one thing is it's super difficult to make a really threatening play off, you know, the side wall when you're really close to the net, or off the curve right on their corner. And it's super easy to defend. That's the thing. It's really hard to play off of, and it's super easy to defend it. So having hits like that, I mean, just look at 23's POV from this. Like right now, this looks like a potentially threatening scenario, but because I hit it right there, now he has the freest touch of his entire life, and the freest 50 take of his entire life. So definitely what I would have probably done here is, because Gyarados is turned off, I can go for a catch and try to maybe get a backflip flick up high, depending on where my teammates are. Once again, it's a thing about control. Just keep control of the ball whenever you can. But a big cut in from me. Once again, I want to be going wide here, picking up pads, but it's another thing about ball watching here. I do it a lot, and I guarantee if you watch your own replay, if you're at around my level, high C3 to low GC1, you probably do it a lot as well in 3s with ball watching, even in 2s as well. But ball watching is a big thing that a lot of us do, and it causes us to do what I do, which is not go really wide on our rotations, and then I cut in like this, which I do get a 50 off of, but now look at my teammates because of that. Like, Haikyr's facing the wall, Loveland's is backwards, he has to do a half flip to get to it, now 23 can get his boost, but luckily he does get past there, and we go into overtime 0-0. So it's very intense right now. Remember the stakes on this game: the winner of this single Rocket League game, because this is game 5, advances to the top 8 single elim tournament next weekend. So once again, I'm hunting for those demos on that first or third rotation, but I end up getting bumped, but it's fine. Haikir has a chance to get a 45-degree flick, which he tries but misses. Now, I try to get a force off of Gyarados, and I do, and now it's free for love. Another thing is the art of forcing. One thing I really want to stress is that when you're in this 3 scenario, put a hand up. Like, if you can force them to not have control anymore, you can force them to bang the ball over you. You might have gotten beat to it, but now it's free for your teammate because they had to give it away in order to get over you. A 23 guy with a big free jump on that. Haikir's fairly awkward. I dodged the demo there. I did push up a little bit too far off of the back post here. I should have probably stayed here. But it's fine because I do dodge the demo and that flick, and that allows me to almost get that beat on Gyarados. I thought I was going to get that beat actually, but I didn't. And Loveland's the awkward touch, and once again the rotation. I keep pausing and going back, and it's probably getting repetitive at this point, but I mean, it's a big thing, and a lot of people don't realize this because obviously this is just my replay, but look at your own replays and see how much you probably do this if you're around my skill level or even lower. You probably just don't even realize it, but when you're going for these pad paths as well, you're probably doing the exact same thing as me where you're, cutting off all your teammates or you're putting them in awkward spots because what are you covering here? Remember the rule of coverage is like you have that little bubble in front of you of what you can cover depending on how much boost you have and where your car is pointed. Right now, Haikir is defending the sidewall touch. Loveland's is defending right in front of him, which is fairly pointless. And I am facing the wall. And because Loveland's is backing up, I can't even go to the back wall, but Haikir is luckily there to bail us out once again. It's a good touch from Gyarados. I don't really know why I jumped there, but we are on high pressure right here, but a good 50 relieves it. Good beat from me. Another really good beat. I really like these corner touches, and a lot of people need to be practicing them, because getting this corner touch where I angled it, if I hit it with any other part of my car, 23 would have gotten a piece of it, but because I got that corner, I got it perfectly placed to the back wall, and, if somebody was there, that would have been probably the easiest goal for them to score ever. But once again, looking for those demos on that first or third rotation, but it did cause me to go a little bit ball side, which is unfortunate. I really do not like going for these kind of demos, and people shouldn't be going for these kind of demos that much. But I feel like people get mixed up with the first or third rotation bumps that I'm talking about, and it's mainly the fact that if you are behind all 3 of them, or at least 2, you go for a bump on the passing option, then it's a 1v1 or a 2v1 with you having the advantage. Your teammate only has to defend 1 person, and there's no person to pass to. But in this scenario, I'm just now rotating ball side, and Haikir has to read this play where he's got me running towards it as well, along with Gyarados. So both of us are running towards the play, and it makes him hella awkward. But luckily, I still get that clear out. Really awkward ball here from me, and I get demoed for it, so right here, probably turn, catch it on the sidewall if I can, or if I can't, big bang out to the top left, or the mid left, where they are not located at. But I instead backflip to try to get a controlled touch, and I get demoed for it, and I wouldn't have gotten there anyways. Double demo from them, actually. But Haikir still gets a save out. Good shot opportunity, forces a triple commit. But now we're back in our half once again, after around a minute and a half of overtime. Oof. Once again, that's a mechanical error thing and a stress thing, so there's not a lot to really talk about here, but this does happen a good amount. Phantom gets a really awkward touch, and it's right in front of the net. And as you can see, Gyarados is not in a position to make a save if the ball goes anywhere towards the right with any kind of power. But Haikir in this scenario hits the ball at the very top right here, and it causes Gyarados to be able to make the free save, unfortunately. But I start making my rotation back. I get this boost here. But I did kind of get in Love's way a little bit. Still need to focus on that wide rotation. Good touch for me to get into the corner. Now 23, let's make an awkward touch. Good demo vision to get Gyarados. Now it's going to be free for high cure. Once again, should be going on a wide rotation here around Love instead of, you know, over him. Flipping over your teammates should not happen for the most part. But send that with good power to the sidewall. I'm going to get this mid. Try to slot that home, but not quite. Very big debacle here with that spawn from Haikyuu. Just an unfortunate spawn. I turn on this and I'm looking to play off of Love's touch or play the left side, but Haikyuu spawns there. But luckily I'm able to turn. I should be controlling this here for the most part if I can at all. Soft touch, bring it down to the ground. But I do give it away to Phantom and then I dive in. Looking for a bump on 23 on the way back. But actually doing good with the wide rotation that time. Turning in. I'm pushing up a little bit too far for comfort, but the rotation back from my teammate is going to save us there. Trying to go for a ceiling play doesn't work out though. But right now, a lot of pressure from us, which I do really like. It's a good 50. Missed that pad. Did the same thing again with the rotation here. I missed that pad, and I should not be on ball cam here. I'm ball watching once again. I should be looking for where Haikyuu is so that I can play behind him and get pads, maybe even that back corner if it's there. But then I cut him off, and now I have no boost in a position where I should. Because now I can get that beat around him, but it's a good force from Phantom now. Oh, the pressure coming out. Trying to get a big bang clear, but it doesn't work. Getting in Gyarados' way just barely, but we're holding on by a needle and a thread. Good shot from 23, but good save from Haikyuu. Good positioning from him. Still no boost here. I think the play here is, I mean, there's not really much I can do here, but I'd say, because I thought Gyarados was going to hit it, and I tried to play for the 50 to try and stop it in front of my car so I can play for another 50 with Phantom, who's on his way here, but it just goes too far in front of me. And now the pressure has kind of reversed, and now they have a lot of it. Okay, notice what I did here. So, I grab this pad, and I take the ball, and I'm just driving forward with it, going for the 50. That's what you want to do in that scenario. I see a lot of people in this scenario who are around my rank flip this ball to the side. And the reason that that's not a good idea is because you have no boost. You're not going to be able to catch up to it once again. And even though Gyarados doesn't have any boost either, which you don't know, but still, he's still going to be able to get to it before you because it's going towards him. So, keeping it close, playing it slow, matching the pace of the game with your car speed. Slowing it down if the play is going that slow and you're on the ball. Playing at 50 when you have no boost and your teammate behind you does, which does happen. Haikyuu gets a good beat because of it. And then the pressure kind of reverses itself for a second. Very bad jump from me. I missed that touch, and then I took it upon myself to go for that, but I guess it's fine. I did like that for a second. I actually went wide, went behind Haikyuu. Haikyuu turned inside a net, so it's a little bit on him for that. But luckily Love got a pretty good touch out. And they've been on our half for most of this time. But I do get, finally, the relief play by getting that beat. Right now as third man, I am third man in this case. And I'm too far pushed up once again. It's another big problem, but it's a good flick from Love. I'm ball watching, staying behind. I do a quick turn to see where he is. I take a shot. Doesn't work out in our favor. Approaching 5 minutes in overtime. Big 50. Good awareness to stay on third man. Really good beat from Love. And that's the game. And that was just the perfect way to end it. This game 5, it was very intense, 0-0, over 4.5 minutes of overtime, and it ends on a really good play where I do a wide rotation out, signals to Love that he can push up, and because of this, Haikir is now on this play. He gets one beautiful touch out, and 23 guy, he's anticipating it, but Love with a big jump, and he gets the perfect beat with that corner touch. And just looking at Gyarados in this scenario, the big error here comes with he went back post and he did what I did, which is just push out. He actually went for a squishy. I don't know what really he was going for with the squishy, because I personally would not think in 500 trillion years that Lovelands would be swatting that home, especially with my teammate right in his face. But then the net is basically open. All I need to do is put it fairway to the left side, and I do, and that ends the game. Big key takeaways for this game, but Recruits, they do make the top 8. For my team, we do make top 8, and Ice Titans, they move on to the round 5, where they have to face off with a chance of elimination in the 2-2 round. But big takeaways from this are my personal tendency to not rotate wide, to be ball watching on those first or third rotations, which causes me to not really be thinking about my rotation rather than where the ball's going, which causes a lot of confusion with my teammates, because my teammates will be positioning on back post themselves. They see me coming in, so they push up onto the front post so I can play the back post, doing that little stacking on defense. And instead, I cut them off, and now I'm in front of them. They're on front post, and back post is open, so that's a really bad thing, and it causes a lot of goals, especially when you get up to those higher ranks. It's not gonna fly like it did in this series. But another big thing is just the pushing up as third man. When I'm third man, I do have a really high tendency to, creep up all the way even into their corner sometimes, just focusing on the play. It's another thing about ball watching instead of looking at my surroundings. But just staying with that deep third man, prioritizing defense will really do the world's difference when it comes to climbing the ranks in threes, which right now I'm fairly low at. But that was my game, Recruits versus Ice Titans in round 4, 2-1 round. Recruits, we slot ourselves into the top 8 position, and we will be competing on twitch.tv/rocket_rivals this Saturday to see if we can stay in. So if you want to tune into that, be sure to check it out. But if you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully I inspired some of you guys to maybe do your own replay review and other stuff like that. But if you have any questions for me about anything regarding, anything basically, join my Discord server, the Milky Way Discord server. It is in the top of the description. And if you want to see more videos like this, hit the like button and comment down below what you would like me to review. If you would like me to review some ranked ones games, or if you have your own replays that you would like me to review for a video, then let me know. But this is one of my first times actually doing a full replay analysis, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. But for now, that's all. I've been Nebula. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Peace.